Thank you, Busch Gardens Williamsburg, for finally giving us some Howl-O-Scream announcements to talk about, and we have plenty. Welcome back to another video, guys, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Today, we have a ton of Howl-O-Scream announcements coming out from Williamsburg. But before we get into that, my name's Eddie, and this is Eddie-tainment, your one-stop shop for all things theme park, travel, and holiday events, and much more. So if that's your thing, make sure to browse the channel and check out my additional content, as well as like this video if you enjoy it. It helps push it out on YouTube to other viewers, as well as subscribe to the channel to show your support. Speaking of support, I got to take a moment to thank each and every one of you guys out there that gives me the time of views, subscriptions, comments, likes, all of that, all of the above. We just recently got past 1,000 subscribers. It's a milestone that I've been dreaming about for the past 3 years, and it's awesome to have finally met it. I look forward to meeting many more milestones, but it's good to celebrate the small victories. And my fiance, who got me these crazy cool balloons. You got the 1K balloon and a bunch of little accent balloons back here. So as you can see in the backdrop, you probably were wondering what that was. But I'm also thinking of a way that I could thank you guys for the support. So I'm thinking of either doing a giveaway or potentially doing a Q&A video. I really don't know what you guys want or how I could give back for the support that you've given me. I'm probably gonna end up putting a poll on my social media, so make sure to follow me on there, on Twitter, as well as on Instagram. I'll put it down in the description of this video. And once I put that poll out there, we'll take from the community and see what you guys want. Maybe we'll do one of those, or maybe we'll do both. We'll see. So once again, thank you. But without further ado, let's get into these Busch Gardens Howl-O-Scream over at Williamsburg announcements. So let's start off everything with what everyone is most interested in, which is the house announcements. Now, we have one house that is yet to be announced, and that house we actually have some rumored speculation that I will leave for the end of the video. So if it's something that you don't want ruined, it's supposed to be announced on Friday the 13th, which is when this video goes out. It'll be the next day. So if you don't want that ruined, I'll leave it towards the end of the video and I'll let you know when it's coming. But we do have some insights and some information that is cluing us in on what that house may be. So we'll start off this video with the houses, go over what is new, what is returning, and then we'll switch on over to the Terror-tories and additional things. So first things first, let's get the returning houses out the way. Cirque du Sinistro in Festa, Italy, as well as Dystopia in Italy will both be returning to the event and have become staples at the event in recent years. Notably though, Lumberhack will not be returning to the event. Seems to have got the axe. See what I did there? But that being said, although Lumberhack is not returning to the event this year, that is where the Friday announcement seems to be rumored to be at. Now, on the other hand, we do have 3 new houses coming to the event, 2 of which have already been announced. The Friday the 13th one, we will be making a video for as well, so stay tuned for that. And out of the 2 new houses, the first one that we're going to talk about is Killarney Diner. What say, Daddy-O? Word around town is that something landed in the forest behind our favorite sock hop. Will you make it through your meal before becoming the flavor of tomorrow's Blue Plate Special? As for this announcement, with it being an original, I really don't know what to say about it. I don't understand the description too well. At least I do not. So if you understand it, please in the comments let me know. It does sound like maybe something Ireland based, and with it being Killarney, I believe this is going to be in the Battle for Ire building. But as far as the description, what I can take from it and make something of is that there's a forest and also some type of creature, which is always a good recipe for a decent haunted house. Secondly, we have the house that I speculated in previous videos, and also the one that I am anticipating the most in Nevermore. An unearthly plague ravages the land. You cry out for help, and the nobility turns a deaf ear. You perish in the streets, and the nobility turns a blind ear. You are reborn, and the nobility is silent forevermore. Welcome to the gothic nightmare of Prospero, last heir to the House of Usher, inspired by the works of Edgar Allan Poe. Although this house is being advertised as new, I believe it has made appearances at the Tampa park. That being said, it could be a whole new take on what they've done in the past, and to be honest, I really love Edgar Allan Poe. In the past, he's actually been at Halloween Horror Nights, and that was one of my favorite houses in history. Now that is all for the house announcements. Let's take a look at the Terror-tories and what else is coming. So I'm gonna switch up the style on this one. I'm actually gonna pull up the website and we can talk about it as we look through it. So first and foremost, I'm gonna click on Sinister Shows. So over at Sinister Shows, we got all their Halloween shows. It looks like for this one, we also have 2 new shows in Phantom of Festhouse and Skeletones. Phantom of Festhouse looks like some typical singing contest. Join the living audience as the ghoulish and spooky hits. Interesting. So it looks like it's going to be some type of party. You also have the Skeletones, which seems like it's going to be like a saxophone band and live musicians. And then returning, we have Jack is Back, which is a party in the streets that they've had for years now. And then returning favorites in Monster Stomp on Ripper Row. So right at the entrance of the park, Monster Stomp is one of the shows that they have, and it's basically like a percussion drum show with these guys that use all different types of, I guess, like household items, not necessarily household items, but all different types of different items in order to play beats for you. And then from there, we move on to eerie experiences. We got party zones. We got 2 new party zones, one in France, one in Festa, Italy. We also have Roaming Hack Pack, which is a roaming horde of monsters that is basically set out to scare people all over the park. And then we have booze bars. Looks like we have 3 returning bars. The Control Bar, located in Ireland, which is the bar where you could go and actually pay to activate some of the scares in certain haunts or certain haunted houses, and you could watch it, which is pretty cool. We also have Restless Spirits, located in Italy Gardens, and Last Call, located in Oktoberfest. And then all new, we have Back Alley Bar, located in England. Not to be forgotten, we are finishing this off with the Terror-tories. Now, in the Terror-tories, we have 2 new Terror-tories and then 2 returning. So first returning Terror-tory is one of my favorites. It's in the front. It's Ripper Row. So based off of Jack the Ripper, you get some pretty cool like ambiance as soon as you enter the park with the fog and the lighting. And you also may get a chance at seeing Jack himself roam the roads. And then you have Garden of Souls, which is kind of homage to Dia de los Muertos. You got a bunch of like skeleton looking like people walking around with different cool designs and jewelry. And then for the new scare zones, we have Meat Market. Meat Market is going to be located in New France, and it looks like delectable, delectescent, and gorging of human hors d'oeuvres, or hors d'oeuvres, human hors d'oeuvres. Oof. Okay, so it sounds like Meat Market is going to be these crazy like carnivorous humans who, what's not carnivorous? What's the word for somebody who eats their own kind? I don't know that word off the top of my head right now. I could always research it, but this is kind of off the top of the noggin, so you get what I'm saying. But the last one is actually the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Hexed Hollow. And this one is in Reinfeld Village. Typically, this area is known for the vampires, which I actually appreciate a lot. And there's a vampire there that I've caught every single year that I've recorded Howl-O-Scream. He's been in all my videos. So I hope that he's able to make it into one of these new scare zones. But Hex Hollowed, the imagery that they've released makes it look like something out of like the Exorcist. You got this like green ambiance with these historic looking buildings and this one individual just standing in the middle. Looks really cool. Now, that is all basically for the whole entire event. But like I said, I had some speculation on the Friday announcement. Now, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so I'm going to give you the time to actually click off the video or skip ahead. This should only be a few seconds that I'm going to talk over it. So basically, have you gone away? Okay. So basically, what I've found in my research is that where Lumberhack is where that Friday the 13th announcement is going to be. And by the way, them choosing Friday the 13th to do the final announcement and what seems to be the marquee house. Perfect. Love Friday the 13th. If only the house was Jason, that'd be crazy. They finally bring some IPs over to Howl-O-Scream. I guess you could kind of say Edgar Allan Poe is kind of IP-ish. But back to the topic at hand, the house that is speculated is Witch of the Woods, which would make sense if it is in that spot where Lumberhack is, because that is a house that's in the woods. I am gonna miss the outhouse guy in Lumberhack. He was always hilarious and sometimes made for some pretty good scares, but they also kind of detailed in their description of what is coming out on Friday that there is some type of like monster or being that is unseen but is heard of in like lore. And I'm thinking that with this Witch of the Woods, there might be something to do with a Wendigo. And if that ends up being the case, this could be a really cool house and also probably end up being the best house. I've never been to an outdoor haunt that had a Wendigo. I've actually probably never been to a haunt that has a Wendigo, period. So Witch of the Woods is what is rumored and speculated to be released on Friday. We will see on Friday. Like I said, I will do a video to go over the announcement once it's official. But if it ends up being Witch of the Woods and they end up saying that they're gonna add a Wendigo in there, that's gonna be crazy. That is all for today's video, guys. We finally got some announcements out of Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I'm super excited to go to the event. I'm probably gonna be there several times, but I look forward to being there the opening weekend, possibly for the pass holder preview as well. And then throughout the haunt season, as many other times as I can, mix that in with King's Dominion, because those are both my local parks. Let me know down in the description below if you are excited for, or not in the description, in the comments below, if you are excited for any of these particular houses. Also, are you excited for the potential, if you listened to what I said about the speculated Friday release, are you excited for that house? Or do you have some other speculation or other information saying otherwise? Let me know in the comments below. Love to hear your comments. I reply to all of them, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like this video. It really does help get it pushed out on the YouTube algorithm. And as well, to show your support, don't forget to subscribe to the video, or subscribe to the channel, actually. Your subscriptions are greatly appreciated. I will see you guys on the next video, but don't forget to ask yourself, have you been edutained?